From Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee, it's time for some SEC football action. Today, the Vanderbilt Commodores are on the road to take on the Tennessee Volunteers. Hi everybody, Willie Donick here with you along with Pat Sperduto to give you all of the action this afternoon. And Pat, what can you say? Big in-state rivalry game.
Both teams need this game. There's a great history between these two teams, and just 2 years ago, it was amazing. You'll see it right here.
There's no question. The Vols remember that game. As we take a look at the SEC East, not only does Tennessee want revenge, but they have a chance to play their way into Atlanta.
Right. They need this game. For both these teams, it's an elimination game. For Tennessee, it could eliminate them from going to the SEC championship game. For Vanderbilt, it could eliminate them from going to any bowl. So they need this game. It's critical, and they've gone at it, last 2 years, tooth and nail.
Yeah, and it does look like the loser will not achieve their season goal for sure. Now, let's take a look at some key players today, Pat. First for Vanderbilt, we already got a sneak peek. They really rely on special teams. That might be a big advantage for them this afternoon. It starts with their punter, Dustin Colquitt, who sets up the field position.
And this guy goes unnoticed. He is that good a punter. He can change field position for this football team and force opponents to go the distance, go 90 yards rather than just go a short field. So very impressive punter. And I know that sounds crazy, focusing on a punter, but he makes that big a difference in this Tennessee football team.
Big afternoon of football ahead. SEC action, Vanderbilt and Tennessee from Neyland Stadium. The kickoff is coming up next here on CSS. And welcome back to Knoxville. We are ready for some college football this afternoon. The sun has come out. A little bit of wind blowing, but by large, a beautiful day for football. Tennessee won the toss. They have elected to receive, so Bryant Honfeld will kick it away for the Commodores wearing their road white uniforms. They've elected to go with the gold pants. Tennessee will receive the opening kickoff. Dennis Rogan is back deep, and the ball blows off the tee. So I guess the wind's a little more than we thought, Pat.
And one of the things I do want to talk about, you look at Rogan. Rogan's just a freshman. Outstanding returner, has helped them immensely with field position. And you look at how the team has matured over the year. That's one of the big reasons is a great returner in Rogan.
So Honfeld will line it up again. There is Dennis Rogan. And we are underway. The kick is short. Rogan will take it at the 5. Takes it to the near sideline. Slowed up and dropped by the Commodores. And it was linebacker Chris Johnson on the coverage that made the tackle.
A really nice job on the coverage team right there by an open field grab and then finished up by Johnson.
Kick coverage has been an issue for Vanderbilt over the last couple of weeks. They weren't able to field or cover a kick after they had tied the game last week in the fourth quarter. Kentucky had a big kickoff return back to the 50. Eric Ainge gets set to go for the Tennessee offense, starting at the 25.
One of the big seniors here, playing in their last game at Neyland.
Play action on the first pass, and it's complete to Austin Rogers out across the 43-yard line for a first down. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Volunteers. This is their offensive line. They had to juggle it after the injury to Eric Young, but the 5 that you see there have come together very nicely, led by Josh McNeil at center.
And realize this is all sophomores and juniors for this Tennessee offensive line.
There's your skill players as Tennessee comes out of the Hunter quick. On first down, Eric Ainge now wants to change the play in that bunch formation. Long count.
It's got to be a run.
And there's the run. Arian Foster, his first carry, has room. First down, across into Vanderbilt territory, and he's pushed out of bounds by Ryan Hamilton, but not before he gets to the Vanderbilt 39-yard line.
And you ask me why it's got to be a run? Because it was an illegal formation if they threw the ball.
16 yards for Foster.
Take a
on the
look.
play.
If you look at the replay, on the right side, there's no tight end outside of the right tackle. So they run the little trap play. Lo and behold, 10-yard gain.
So quickly, Tennessee on their opening drive, putting pressure on the Commodores. They have come out roaring in their last 4 home games. They have been outscoring their opponents by a tally of 93-3 over the last 4 games. So that's the challenge for the Commodores here. Here's Foster again, has some good blocks, and he's tripped up by DJ Moore at the 35-yard line. You can see DJ Moore getting up slow there. He's been slowed by a rib and sternum injury.
Good secondary.
Foster again tripped up just shy of the first down He's tackled by Theo Horitz.
It'll bring up a third, a little less than one. But one of the things that I do like about this Vanderbilt defense is
get to the 29, they'll have the first down easily.
Jumbo personnel in there.
They're going to Foster. Foster is close. Whistle blows. Let's see where they spot it.
The guy at the bottom, yes. The guy at the top, no.
Rashard Langford came up from the safety position.
The guy at the top wins, and he's going to be about 3 inches short.
Awfully.
They want to set the tone early, and Phillips not going to waste a second. They're going to go right on the line. And I'm a big believer in this. When you get to the line of scrimmage right now, first down, quarterback sneak, get your first down. If you're Vanderbilt, you better be prepared. You better have your guys down on the ground ready to roll.
Vanderbilt was caught off guard a few times last week in the game against Kentucky when Kentucky went to the no-huddle offense.
They better close that A gap quick.
Volunteers ready to snap it. They still haven't gotten the ready-for-play whistle from the umpire. Now they are.
There you go.
Ainge on the long count. Quarterback sneak, and it's close. It is very close.
He's got it. The guy at the bottom has a spot, and I think he's got it by about an inch.
Well, let's see. Looks like the left foot spot is in order here.
Oh, yeah, he's got it by about an inch, 2 inches.
And I don't know, Pat. They're going to measure it
right
again.
Here. Ainge just follows the left guard and tries to slice his way in there. You take a peek at the spot right here. He has a decent spot. I think he's going to get it by about 1.5 inches.
It was Jonathan Goff, the All-American candidate at linebacker, and just by half a football, Ainge did get there. So the Volunteers pick up the fourth down conversion. They're now 7 out of 12.
You know what they say,
down.
Willie, right? This is a game of inches. And sure enough, it was proven right there.
Bobby Johnson didn't like the spot. That's your first look at the Vanderbilt coach on the sideline. There's the senior Eric Ainge for the state of Oregon. First down just inside the Vanderbilt 30. Play action pass.
And max protect.
Lobs it into the end zone. Flag is down.
Great coverage.
Intended for Taylor.
But the question is, what about the flag? Lucas Taylor was the only orange shirt anywhere near that ball.
Well, they max protected it. It was a two-man route. They max protect. They have 8 guys blocking and only 2 receivers out on routes. There is no reason to hold.
17 on the defense. On an eligible receiver doing a legal forward pass play. That penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot.
So Tennessee will get a first down just inside the Vanderbilt 20-yard line. So they go into the red zone, or as they call it, the orange zone.
It's an offset formation. Look again, it's an illegal formation. So right now, Vanderbilt should know the tight end is an ineligible receiver.
So you're thinking run because of that?
Absolutely.
And there is the run. Foster up towards the 15-yard line.
The end man on the line of scrimmage on both sides is the eligible receiver. And the receiver steps on the line and covers up the tight end. This is illegal. If you look right here, the tight end cannot go off for a pass. So you know it either has to be a run or a 2-man route.
Curtis Gatewood made the tackle. Second down and a long 5.
See, now the tight end is eligible.
Ainge, quick drop, throws to the outside to Taylor. Taylor across the 10-yard line down to the 6. He'll have a first down for the Volunteers. It'll be first and goal before Patrick Benoit, the sophomore linebacker, made the tackle.
And right now, Tennessee is kind of picking and just carving them up a little bit. And if you look for Vanderbilt, you've got to get a spark. You've got to get a minus play coming up.
Well, it has been the first drive that's been critical for Tennessee the last couple of weeks. Last week, for example, against Arkansas, they came right down against the Hogs and scored and set the tone for the entire afternoon.
Very efficient right now.
Ainge on first and goal. Quick throw to the outside. It's Taylor, turns the corner, touchdown for the University of Tennessee. He beat DJ Moore on the coverage to the outside, and the orange is on the board first.
And that's one of those throws as a DB you love to see, because if you undercut it, you can go the distance. There's nothing but green in front of you. Watch right here. It's just a quick flat route, and the DB, you got to take a shot. You got to try to either cut it off. I mean, right there, DJ Moore's just late getting into the flat.
DJ Moore being tested after coming off the injury. He left the game in the first quarter last week against Kentucky, and he doesn't look quite as quick as he normally does. Daniel Lincoln on for the extra point. And it is blocked.
That's a big play.
So the Commodores blocked the extra point. It appeared to be Theo Horrocks that got a piece of it. And so it remains 6-0. The Big Orange do not add the extra point. We'll be back for Vanderbilt's first offensive possession from Knoxville in a moment. Eric Ainge went 3 for 3 for 34 yards, plus the touchdown pass to Lucas Taylor.
A really good balance if you're Tennessee. If you're Vanderbilt, you got to get off your heels, and you got to take some chances even on defense.
The big play, of course, the fourth down conversion on 4th and inches after they were stopped on 3rd and inches. Colquitt picks it high and short. This is Alex Washington that will field it at the 15 for the Commodores. And he is slowed up, zigzags, goes almost nowhere, and is tackled at the 23-yard line.
You got to go north and south on returns. You cannot go east and west.
So tackle is made on the play by Savion Frazier. The line season, 57% completion percentage.
I like him. I think this guy is a good quarterback. I got to see his kind of coming out party against Georgia. He was very impressive. He's just got to sustain almost a composure back there.
Took over for the injured Chris Nixon, has really not given him the starting job back. As Payson Jackson Garrison has the first carry of the game. As we'll take a look at the Vanderbilt offense. Rico McCoy, linebacker, made the tackle on the one-back set. Bennett, of course, is the headliner. The key, though, can Jones and Walker be threats to take the pressure off of Bennett? This is Sean Walker on the reverse. And he is hit by his own man. He ran into the back of Payson Jackson Garrison, and now a late flag comes in. 14, but they picked up the 5 yards. They were lucky they didn't get 15 there. That was close, right on the borderline. So first down for the Commodores at the 35. They controlled the clock last week against Kentucky, but they came up 7 points short. There's a throw to the outside to Bennett, but it didn't get there.
Adams couldn't follow through, and he got dinged up on that play.
So there's Adams limping. Now, he got hurt last week. You see that right knee is heavily taped and braced. It was on the final drive is where he got hurt. We'll take a look at the Tennessee defense after the next play, as the Commodores will have 2nd and 10.
And on that play, it was just a quick out, and he couldn't throw it. He couldn't follow through because there was someone in his face.
Mackenzie Adams, the sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you have an Oklahoman and an Oregonian quarterbacking these Southeastern Conference teams today. Commodores will run it with Jeff Jennings, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And now we'll take a look at the Tennessee defense. J.T. Mapu and Antonio Reynolds on the tackle. And
you got 2 freshmen in that secondary.
Eric Berry got called for the penalty, but he's had a fantastic freshman season, as the Vanderbilt Commodore lineman is down on the field. And it's Brian Stamper, and this is tough news for Stamper, who got the 6th year of eligibility. It's 1982. His team is 6-8 on the road since the beginning of the 2005 season. So they played considerably better on the road than they had the previous 8 seasons. How about this stat, Pat? They were 6-34 in road games the previous 8 years, and the last 3 years, 6-8.
They're probably accustomed to, whether it's in the studies, whether it's in the classroom, time management is critical.
The sophomore Thomas Welch from the Nashville area will go in.
Brentwood High School.
Former Brentwood Bruin. He will be in there in place of the 6th-year senior Brian Stamper.
And one of the things, I'll tell you an interesting story about Welch. Welch was a quarterback in high school. Then they made him a tight end. Then they told him, hey, if you really want to play, move the tackle.
And his body has gotten bigger with each passing year.
He's a great, outstanding basketball player, too.
And he'll have a chance to play a lot next year when all these seniors graduate. We're not sure exactly where they'll put him, because he can play a couple different spots on that line. They'll go 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. And we're still waiting to get the whistle and ready for play. We've been a little sluggish here. At the beginning of this game, there's been some long breaks between plays, a couple of measurements, a couple of injuries.
And tempo. You look at how Tennessee started out with an incredible tempo, bing, completion, run. For Vanderbilt, it's been choppy.
Adams will go from the shotgun. There was movement before the play. No flag. And the screen is read perfectly by the Big Orange. And the pass goes incomplete. Adams did well just to throw it into the ground in front of Jackson Garrison. Xavier Mitchell was all over the play.
Yeah, Mitchell read that like his favorite bedtime novel as a little kid. He's just sitting there the whole time in the flat saying, okay, why is nobody blocking me? I know why, it's a screen.
Dennis Rogan, who returned the opening kickoff, now will get a chance in punt formation. And Brett Upson, who has pinned 20 punts inside the opponent's 20-yard line, will kick it away. But this is not his strength. He doesn't have a big leg. He's better at the pooch part. And Rogan makes the fair catch at the 28-yard line. So when we come back, Tennessee will take over for their second offensive possession, leading it 6-0 here in Knoxville.
Due to time constraints, we now move forward in the action.
3rd down and 4. Tennessee must get across to the 24. The catch is made right on the 25. He'll be about a half-yard short. Rogers made the catch before Benoit made the tackle just short of the marker.
Nice spot, though. It's a nice spot by the official here, but he's short.
And they'll measure for a 3rd time as you watch Ainge deliver once again right on the money.
Ainge is getting the ball out of his hands, making immediate decisions. And right now, if you're Vanderbilt, you got to disguise something.
They'll bring the chains across, and this is almost where the last measurement took
25.
place. And he's got the 1st down. So Tennessee moves the chains once again. Vanderbilt has to try to come up with something to shake it up because Ainge looks like he's having an easy time with his reads.
And they're going to stay in the 5 wides right now.
And once again, Tennessee on the ball quickly with the ready for play signal.
I think eventually you've got to go pressure him. You look at 3rd downs. Not good.
So that's the first 3rd down conversion. They picked up the 4th down.
These DBs. You cannot sit back and let them just run rub routes.
Ainge. Again,
the
a quick
outlet.
toss. Catch is made by Gerald Jones.
Good job. Good tackle by Moore and Goff.
DJ Moore, Jonathan Goff. Boy, Goff really covers the ground. He's one of the top tacklers in the SEC. The 3rd among active players in the SEC among tackles. And watch 47 really get out to the outside here.
He's on the inside slot, and then he just drives. Moore holds him up. Goff cleans him up.
Maybe a half a yard on that play for Gerald Jones.
Now they go 3 by 2.
Quick toss, and it's behind the intended receiver, Briscoe. And that'll bring up the first 3rd and long situation as Ainge's pass was for the first time off target. Play of the drive coming up. 3rd down and about 10. They must get inside the 15-yard line to move the chains.
Now they'll max protect. Either that or 7-man. It's 7-man.
Ainge had to get rid of it quick, and it's just out of the reach of Austin Rogers. So Vanderbilt finally got a little bit of pressure on Ainge, who's only been sacked twice the whole year.
Real good job by the Vanderbilt defense.
Daniel Lincoln lines up for a field goal. This will be just past the 31-yard line where they'll put the spot down. So a 41-yard field goal for Lincoln. He's 6 of 7 from this distance this year. He chips it up, plenty of distance, and it hits the upright, and it's no good.
Great job for Vanderbilt. What a bullet dodge right there. As you turn around, you've given up 6, blocked the extra point, and now no good on the field goal.
So Vanderbilt gets a break. The Commodores have it. 1st down across midfield for the first time in the game, trailing 6-0. Adams on 1st down wants to throw. Had a man wide open, but the pass was nowhere near Sean Walker, who found an opening across the 1st down marker.
And I think Walker might have pushed that route a little bit deep. If you look at it, it's about 12 yards. It should be the depth of this route because it's a 5-step play action, and it should be about 12, and I think Walker pushed it to 14.
That pass was complete, Pat, but it just wasn't to a guy in a football uniform. It was complete to one of the trainers on the sideline.
You go back to Christmas, both these teams are looking for a Christmas victory to get themselves to a bowl game.
There's Jennings finding some room, gets inside the 45, down to about the 42. So this will bring up a 3rd and about 6. Elix Wilson, along with Gerard Mayo on the tackle.
Mayo again, the machine. Watch him just slide down the line. It's really a good run by Jennings as he cuts back inside.
They'll give him 5 on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 to go. Big play coming up here. Vanderbilt not in field goal range yet. And this has been the problem with their offense all year long, is moving the ball well for a series, but not being able to finish off drives. Let's see what they do here. They're 1 for 3 so far on third down. Big-time movement.
I think that's going to be a freebie. It looks like it's encroachment to me.
There's a way to pick up a third down.
That'll
Draw
work.
both sides. So Vanderbilt inches further. This is how they like to move. Slowly, 10 yards at a time. The key is to finish off the drives. They've been doing very well in the time of possession category. They'll run it again. No, they won't. A fake. Adams off to the outside, has room to run. Turns it upfield, leaps over a tackler, dives forward, and he'll have about 4. They want a late hit on the sideline. You could hear the Vanderbilt coaches yelling. Looked like he ran pretty well with that banged up knee. And now timeout called by the Commodores. They didn't like the look. Play clock was starting to become a factor, and so we'll take a timeout.
Settled down and really had themselves a strong second half.
Tennessee playing the option this time as Adams cuts it upfield.
That's a big gain right there.
Really pushes with the legs, low to the ground. He may be close. He may have the first down. Philip Fulmer trying to get another trip to Atlanta for an SEC championship. There he is in his 16th year, national champions, 1998. 10th play of the drive coming up for Vanderbilt, first down. Here's Jackson Garrison, has room around the outside, turns the corner and is stuck at the 18-yard line. Vanderbilt now looks like they've got their running game in a bit of a rhythm. Jennings is the tailback. He gets it on second and short. Leaps over some bodies down low and gets close to a first down at the 16. He's going in the drills where you get those high choppy steps.
Through the tires. One blitz.
Jennings outside trying to turn the corner. Gets across the 15 to the 13 the entire season last year with a knee injury, and he's getting more carries now with Jared Hawkins getting knocked out for the season last year with the last game with a concussion.
That's a big loss for Vanderbilt.
Because they like to run him outside. Jennings is more of the big inside the tackles guy. Here's the give. Jackson Garrison finding a hole across the 10, inside the 10, and he will be short of the first down by about a yard. There's a flag down on the play. Left side of their line, and now they have first and goal. This is where Vanderbilt has had trouble, though, throughout the season, in the red zone. They're going to throw on first down. Adams, a deep drop, looks back, lobs it up, and it is incomplete. That was dropped in the corner of the end zone.
That's the worst. That's not a great throw because he laid it up there so long. But as a receiver, I've been the receiver on the other end of that. You just want that ball to come down so, come on. Doesn't get there fast enough.
Justin Green, the tight end, was the guy that had to wait for what seemed like an hour for this ball to get here. They got the play they want.
It was the old fall down. Well, you watch what they did. The tight end falls down and makes it look like he's out of the play and then gets up, and Mackenzie Adams just doesn't get it out there quick enough.
He just juggled as he was pushed out of bounds by Robert Ayers. So now second and goal from the 3, the 15th play of the drive. They run it. Jennings hit hard right at the 3. No gain. Third and goal. We mentioned the red zone. Vanderbilt has scored only 68% of the time, 32 out of 47. That includes field goals and touchdowns. And they've also had to settle for a lot of short field goals down here.
You know what? Today is the day you can't do that. I say this is 4 down territory. You got 2 shots at the end zone. Take them. Whatever your play is.
Ball is at the 2.5. Jennings is the setback. Adams with Bennett split out wide right. Third and goal. Adams looks, throws, and that's a flag. There's the flag. Bennett got his jersey grabbed going for the corner of the end zone. And that'll be a first down.
And they'll have 4 more shots at it now. But I like the play call again.
First and goal for the Commodores. This time they'll run it. And Jackson Garrison is stopped for a loss back at the 5. Robert Ayers was there first.
They loaded up the box and they said, okay, now they're going to swap back out. They're going to bring a couple little guys. Why not a quarterback draw here? Just watch. It's just simple play, power play. No way.
Where Robert Ayers was unblocked, he came shooting in from that defensive end position.
I like the quarterback draw right here.
Now the ball is back past the 5-yard line. Play clock down to 15. Vanderbilt A few seconds into the play clock, sent some new personnel in.
Extra big bodies.
A very long drive for the Commodores. It started in the first quarter. We're now nearing the midway point of the second quarter. Adams lobs it. Got a man open. Brad Allen, touchdown, Vanderbilt. Game is tied.
Nice play call right there. Good job by Vanderbilt on the execution, too.
So Brad Allen, only his second catch of the season. He is a very reliable target, but he's been shaken up with injuries. His shoulder popped out last week, and he's got the sling on the left arm, but he was still able to bring it in.
And what they do is they put the two tight ends, one in the backfield, one on the edge, and the Volunteer defense thinks that they're going to set the edge for the rollout. Instead, Allen slips out, and he hits him.
Extra point on the way, and good by Brian Honfeld, who had a rough week last week. But with the extra point, Vanderbilt has gone into the lead. So a monster drive by the Commodores, chewing up a lot of clock and ending up with the result they want, the touchdown pass to Brad Allen. See, so far, 1 for 4 on third down. There's 1 on the play clock, they snap it. Man open, it's Brown. And Brown drops it, picked up by Buggs, but they're going to mark him down, I believe. And it's going to be right at the first down marker. Myron Lewis was there to make the tackle.
This may be our first replay because I really think that this might be an incomplete pass.
It was hard to tell. As he turned and spun towards the marker, the ball came out. And they're going to measure to see if he made the first down first off, and now we'll take a look and if he had possession as he came down. It looked like the ground may have caused the fumble as well. First, the measurement. He came down with it, and the Vols are going to go for it here on fourth down. They need about 4 inches.
And what they're doing is they're spreading out the Commodore defense right now.
They're 7 for 12 on the season. 1 for 1 today on fourth down. They got a short yardage situation in the first half and converted, or the first quarter rather. Ainge, quarterback sneak. He has it easy. That'll move the chains. Good push by the offensive line on the left side.
Right back to the left side, absolutely. Watch right here, they just get off the ball, they stay low. And there it is.
You saw Jonathan Goff, he guessed wrong. He went to the near side, and Ainge went to the opposite side. And he's got some space there.
You got to feel for the guy at the bottom of that pile, don't you?
Oh, you're getting twisted and bended. You're just hoping that whistle blows so you can get that
pile
off of there. Yeah, start peeling. First down, Tennessee at their own 47. Ainge, a give to Foster. Foster has some space. Foster is still churning, and he's taken down. And it was Ryan Hamilton after a gain of about 5.
And he got himself a great block right there.
Chris Brown was the one that made the block.
Watch right here, Brown on the counter block. Look, it gets a good block from his right guard. Nice pickup right there on Goff. Brown made a great block right there. Makes something happen.
Boy, Foster is just like a big truck coming at you once he gets that momentum going. They'll give it to him again. A lot of space, a lot of room. First down into Vanderbilt territory. And he's down to the 36. Rashard Langford had to come up from the safety spot to make the tackle, but a lot of room, no contact until he was to the second level.
They just run a draw play. You see them setting up, making it look like a pass. They get up to the backers, and you don't want that guy getting loose in your secondary.
So Foster will take a break after this run. The pickup of 11. Montario Hardesty, the sophomore, gives him a break. And Hardesty will play action. Ainge under pressure throws over everybody's head. Good pressure on the quarterback by Horrocks and also Broderick Stewart. Well, that was simply due to the pressure on Ainge. Ainge did well to get rid of it. 2nd and 10. Broderick Stewart has become one of the better pass rushers in the SEC, and he got to Ainge there along with Horrocks. 10th play of the drive. Some long drives offensively today for both teams. Ainge, deep drop, throws over the middle, got him in. It's Lucas Taylor to the 20-yard line, and he has an orange first down after the tackle by Marcus Buggs.
Lucas Taylor is a good wide receiver. I'm telling you, you watch his routes. You watch the routes that he runs, they're precise. He gets up on the DB, and when he makes his break, he separates. So if it's zone, he knows to sit down in that area. If it's man, he's going to run away from you.
Lucas Taylor now has over 60 catches on the season. That was a big question mark this year for the Vols. Wide receiver, he's come up with a really nice year after the loss of Robert Meacham and some of the talented receivers the Vols have had over the last couple of years. Taylor has 5 catches for 56 yards already in this afternoon's game. On first down, the give to Hardesty. Makes one man miss. And then the Commodores get him outside the 15. They'll mark him down at the 16. It'll be second down and 6.
Ains checked the play, back to a running play, and Hardesty made something happen. Good defense, good swarming defense. You like to see a lot of white shirts around the football.
My mistake, they'll mark it closer to the 17, so gain of 3. Second and 7. Hardesty stays in.
Back to that little bunch formation down there, you see it? Little cluster.
Quick toss to the outside. Benoit was
Good
coming
play.
off the edge, and the pass was behind the receiver. Ains wanted to check that down to a different route because of the pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
Taylor didn't see it.
So had caught him in the flat, the big tight end.
So a big third down here. Volunteers 1 for 5 on third down. They have picked up 2 fourth downs, so you got to factor that into that stat.
Here comes
Blitz
the heat.
coming. Ains throws,
One.
and it is knocked
Great
down.
play.
DJ Moore almost had the interception. Goal for Daniel Lincoln. He hit the upright from 41. He is perfect on the season from 30 to 39 yards, 3 for 3. This will be from the left hash. Puts it up, and it is through. Tennessee is back in the lead with 4 minutes to play in the first half. The Commodores trail 9-7. Big catch for Bennett. First down, Commodores. Here is Kaysen Jackson Garrison. The Knoxville native gets up towards midfield.
And
He stopped just shy of the midfield stripe.
And
Wes Brown on the tackle along with Jonathan Hefney.
And I like what Vanderbilt is doing by balancing their offense a little bit. Throw on first, then run, then throw. You got to have that rhythm, and that's really what they're doing.
So 5 yards for the senior, Kaysen Jackson Garrison. Second and 5, Vanderbilt. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Jennings. He'll cut it back upfield, across midfield for about 2 more.
Where you can drop behind them because they're so excited about getting a shot on you.
Vanderbilt has 4 wide receivers, but Bennett not in the game, Sean Walker not in the game. We'll see who he throws to. Adams has time, and he's got a man. A big catch by Justin Wheeler.
Oh,
Commodores have a first down at the 36. They'll run it. Kaysen Jackson Garrison.
Oh.
Like he lost his balance, still on his feet. And he is dragged down, but the second effort is going to get him close to the 30-yard line. Good. So a gain of 6. Clock running, 1:20 to go. Adams to the outside, has a man. It's Brad Allen, spins towards the 21-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 22, 21 and a half. First down, just outside the 20 for the Commodores. Jackson Garrison again finds a little bit of room. He's inside the 20 to the 19.
not only him, but also their other star receiver.
Wide open is Jennings. Jennings, touchdown, Vanderbilt.
What a great play call. A great play call. Vanderbilt calls timeout on a second down, and they just were patient, and just Jennings just slips out of the backfield on a little seam route.
So a surprise play, one that they have not run often this year, but Jennings was simply uncovered.
He's a running back lined up in the slot, and he just runs a seam right between the linebackers. That's all he did.
Second touchdown pass for Adams. Hanfeld adds the extra point, and Vanderbilt has a 14-9 lead with 47 seconds to play here in the half. So without Earl Bennett, a couple of big catches by the Commodore receivers, but they had to go to other sources. They went to Wheeler, they went to the tight end Brad Allen, and then to Jennings, the running back.
And we keep talking about it, but not just Bennett, but Walker's out too. He got hurt on the kickoff return. So your number 1 and your number 2 receiver are sitting on the sideline. Your offense goes down and scores.
Now Bennett made the big catch to get the drive
Absolutely.
going.
A great grab.
So
And right now, if you're Vanderbilt, you just can't let them drive the football down. Good coverage. You got him at the 30. Be smart. Force him to a long field goal. You're going to be okay.
Lennon Creer fielded the kickoff and is stopped at the 30-yard line. So 3 timeouts left in 42 seconds for Philip Fulmer and the Vols.
And if you're Coach Fulmer and the Volunteers, you have to get a field goal out of this. If you're Vanderbilt, you want to force them into a long field goal because you've already made them miss one and blocked an extra point.
Tennessee, has had success in the passing game here in the first half.
The old saying for my defense would be nothing cheap, nothing deep.
Ainge sidesteps the tackler, throws outside, and Brown fell down.
They're calling it a lateral. They're calling this a lateral.
They are calling it a lateral. They're going to give the ball to Vanderbilt at the 15, at least at first glance. Now, this can be reviewed upstairs, but it did look like Ainge threw across his body. We'll get another look at it here.
You know, I think this is a forward pass. I think. Well, that's a lateral.
It's very close.
And it's got to be conclusive. Watch right here. He's throwing the ball. Where's his hand? He is right at the...
He's at the 17. There's Brown also at the 17.
That is a lateral.
Well, it's straight across.
Right. That is a lateral is a pass which does not go forward.
Back shoulder of the receiver.
Exactly.
So they got the call right.
Oh,
and
boy.
Vanderbilt with a big opportunity here with no timeouts left. Ainge making Mackenzie Adams throws to the end zone.
Oh, that could be PI? No.
Close. They wanted to get to George Smith right at the flag.
But they have no timeout, so a sack could be catastrophic.
Adams from the shotgun. Looks outside. Washington can't come down with it. Pass was a little bit behind the intended receiver. They wanted to get some yards there. Timeout. So that does change what they can do here, Pat. They did not have to burn the timeout on the last one. So 20 seconds left, but a 3rd and 10. They must pick up a first down. Adams has a lot of time.
Good protection.
Lots of time.
Wow.
Lobs it to the corner of the end zone, over everybody's head. Wow. Wheeler went up high, even tried to get the aid of a Tennessee defender to get a little extra height, but he still couldn't reach it. Will come in for a field goal attempt. This will be from 33.5 yards. Good snap and hold. The kick is good. So Vanderbilt, after the turnover, has to settle for 3. Over and catches it right in the corner on the sideline at the 5. Washington through a hole, and he's dragged down at the 25. Pretty good tackle there by the Vols. They begin play in the second half. The Vanderbilt Commodores with a 17-9 lead here in Knoxville, and they will receive the second half kickoff. Colquitt will kick it off for the Volunteers. Alex Washington fades over and catches it right in the corner on the sideline at the 5. Washington through a hole, and he's dragged down at the 25. Pretty good tackle there by the Vols to not let him through, and it was Nick Guess that picked up the tackle.
A little peek of the first half highlights. Ainge to Taylor. Vols go up 6-0, but miss the extra point. Then they come back down. They get a second shot at a field goal. No good as it hits the upright. Had a chance to go up 10-0. Instead, 6-0. Vanderbilt responds with a great play from Mackenzie Adams to his tight end Allen. Big play.
First play of the half for the Commodores. Kason Jackson Garrison testing the left side, and he stopped after about a gain of 1.
And this is one thing.
He stacks it up. That was the play that was very successful for Vanderbilt in the first half.
One of the things I feared coming out into the second half, and if you go back to the Georgia game where they had a lead going in, and they kind of became a little bit conservative. You can't be conservative. You need some type of drive. Don't go into that shell.
Vanderbilt led 17-7 at the half at home against Georgia. Fell 20-17 after they had a fumble inside the 10-yard line in a situation where they could have kicked with very little time left for Georgia. Instead, Georgia drove down and kicked the game-winning field goal. Vanderbilt was able to win after having a lead at the half against South Carolina. Here's Jackson.
Nice
again,
cut.
Huge hole. He breaks it to the outside, gets past the tackler, gets close to midfield, and that'll be a first down for the Commodores.
That is
30, make it 23 yards for the senior from Knoxville.
a great cut from the...
So first down for the Commodores, just shy of midfield. Mackenzie Adams from under center. And this is a broken play.
And there's no flag. I think that the center snapped the ball because he thought he had a defensive lineman in the neutral zone.
But there's no flag. So Adams on what was basically a quarterback sneak.
Right, and what happens there, just so you understand, the quarterback gets under center. If he feels like a defensive lineman has encroached, he gooses him. Watch right here. Well, either that or a missed snap count. That's a missed snap count on the center. It was on 2 and he snapped it on 1.
Gotta wonder what happened there. So a gain of about a half a yard, and the ball is right at midfield. Here's a play to Jennings. Jennings tripped up in the backfield and thrown down. Gerard Mayo with a big play, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. So a promising drive for the Commodores now sputters for the moment.
And it goes back. You take a look right here. It's just the outside zone stretch play.
And Mitchell did a good job of stringing the play out there.
And they could have been a holding call, too.
So 3rd down and 12 coming up.
Tennessee substitutes an extra pass rusher right there. This time they bring in number 91, Ayers, Robert Ayers, who's done a great job of rushing the passer today.
Vanderbilt 2 of 5 on 3rd down in the first half. This will be a long one. Blitz coming. Adams throws, has a man. Washington has it.
What a grab.
Alex Washington, ankle injury. He's on the sideline now with no helmet. But Alex Washington makes a huge catch. First down. Jackson Garrison inside the 20, dives to the 16. Adams sends George Smith in motion. Fakes to Smith, gives to Jackson Garrison. He trips up on his own man. It looked like he caught the right ankle of Merritt Kirchhoffer, the guard, and he took a loss on the play. Watch him try to cut back here, Pat, and he's going to clip the lineman.
Actually, it's the tight end, Allen.
Yep, it was Allen. It was not Kirchhoffer. So that'll lose a yard.
But still, it's a 3rd and a manageable 4. It's not a dramatic 3rd down.
Earl Bennett not in. 3 wide receivers. From the shotgun, Adams. Goes the slant to Washington, and he makes another big catch. Goal from the 7 after the big catch by Alex Washington. Washington at the bottom of your screen. They give to Jeff Jennings. Jennings looking for a hole. Spins down to about the 1. So Wes Brown is in for Xavier Mitchell at left defensive end. Casey Jackson Garrison back in there. Brad Allen, the tight end, lines up in a fullback position on 2nd and goal from just outside the 1. Adams looking to keep it, and it goes nowhere.
Good play.
Good job that time by Dan Williams, angling to get the legs of Adams.
And Dan Williams had himself a great game last week, and again today, getting just a sophomore, 6'3", 310. Good nose tackle. Watch the big man, gets off the ball quick, gets down by the legs, wraps him up.
Was that an option? I'm not sure exactly. I thought he had more room than he did there.
I think he just called his own number right there because he checked to it.
Well, he lost a half yard, so it'll be 3rd and goal at the 2. Big play here for Vanderbilt. They want to punch it in if they can.
2 tights.
Adams looks to throw. Fade to the end zone, and it is caught.
Smith.
George Smith came up with it.
No.
He outfought D'Angelo Willingham for the ball, and Vanderbilt is 3 for 3 in the red zone, catching it in for touchdowns.
And Mackenzie Adams, how about this kid? I told you, I think he's got a chance to be pretty special. Watch right here. This is a great ball. Mackenzie Adams knows, just lays it up, puts it down the chimney, drops it right down over the outside shoulder, right where Smith can make the grab, and only he can make the grab.
Confelt for the extra point. Sneaks it through, and Vanderbilt on the opening drive of the second half goes 6 minutes, picks up 2 gigantic 3rd downs, make it 3, and Adams throws to George Smith for the touchdown. Vanderbilt leads it 24-9. Into it. Loud crowd. Adams on the quarterback draw. Good blocking. He's got
it.
The first down, right on the 30.
And that's big because it keeps possession and it keeps the clock moving. Two big things.
Adams to work again. Hand off Jennings. Jennings cuts back. And a good second effort there to get about 4. Dan Williams, a 310-pound sophomore.
Yikes. They've had some pretty good tackles up this way, from Reggie White to Big John Henderson, Albert Hainsworth. I mean,
they've had some good ones.
Doug Atkins.
2nd and 6 for the Commodores. The tailback is Jackson Garrison. Earl Bennett has not played in the second half. Jason Jackson Garrison, that time swallowed up by the Volunteer defense, and once again it's Dan Williams.
That dude is a big joker too. I mean, he plays nasty. Watch him, he gets off the football, you can't cut him off. He just plays down the line. He's into the backfield immediately.
Well, that play has been good for Vanderbilt, the zone blocking, as we've talked about, but Williams just blew that play up. So another 3rd down coming up. This will be 3rd and 6. No gain on the last play. Adams will go from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the near side and a flag down. This will be another 5-yard penalty on the Commodores. Out right now. So now it's 3rd and 10.
Eames has been out pretty much the whole second half, and Kirchhoffer's out for some, I don't know what reason.
So 4 key players on this offense missing. Another quarterback draw. This time Adams, not much room. He's able to inch out to the 34, but that's all. So Vanderbilt not taking any chances on that play. Wes Brown makes the tackle to set up the punt.
You watch right here, they ran the quarterback draw with some success early. This time they get a little bit of a stunt, and there's too many big bodies in there, including Big Mayo. Watch the middle linebacker, he's reading it the whole way, sees it, he knows what's going on, falls back, makes the tackle. And now, you know, one of the things, Tennessee has not set up a return all day, nor will they now. Good bounce.
Brett Upson did well just to get that punt off. The rush was coming. They just absolutely stormed him. He got it away.
It was a high
39-yard punt. Vanderbilt will take that. They just barely avoided disaster there. 2:41 to play in the 3rd quarter. Vanderbilt leading it 24-9. 4th quarter is about to get underway. Vanderbilt was down 6-0, then 9-7. They scored 21 unanswered points, including an impressive drive to open the second half to take this 24-9 lead. Now Tennessee trying to come back with a big 3rd down play. Ames from the shotgun, swings it out. It's Foster driving it straight ahead. Has room, goes outside, and he's inside the 10-yard line for a 1st and goal. Rashard Langford saved the touchdown, and a well-conceived screen to Foster.
It's a good play call. It's a safe play call. It's just a swing pass to Foster. They knew that Vanderbilt would be coming upfield. The big men get down there, throw a couple nice blocks. He gets a good block from his receiver and gets down to the 7-yard line, and the Vols are knocking.
21 yards on the play for Foster. 1st and goal for the Tennessee Vols. Crowd into it. Ainge on the drop. Hit as he throws. Touchdown! Wide open. It was Josh Briscoe in the end zone with soft coverage, and Ainge found him just in time.
And the pressure was coming. Jonathan Goff just a hair late. He was right on him. A good job by Ainge getting it out, and a great job by Briscoe realizing it. Watch right here, Ainge. Here comes the pressure from the outside. Goff beats the block. He's right there. Briscoe does a nice job.
Boy, it looked like Goff was touching the elbow of Ainge as he let it go, but Briscoe was able to get open, and the Vols will go for 1 with 14:45 to go. They're not chasing the point yet. They missed. Remember, they had an extra point blocked. This one is right through, and it's now 24-16, just like that. And Tennessee back in, as Tennessee cashes in on the roughing the punter penalty that kept the drive alive from around midfield. So a giant swing of momentum. Ainge has his 2nd touchdown toss, and the Vols are back to within 1 score. Josh Briscoe with a big score for the Volunteers, and they are right back in this thing. This place has some life here at Neyland Stadium. The Volunteers must win today to keep their championship hopes alive. 10-play drive kept alive in the middle of it by the Broderick Stewart roughing the punter. So Briscoe in front of 105,000. Makes a big touchdown catch. Now a big drive coming up for Vanderbilt. We'll see what kind of poise they have.
It's the drive of the game, and you know what? Mackenzie Adams has played outstanding today. He really has been phenomenal, making big throws when he had to, even keeping the ball at times when he had to. And right now, this drive is for all the marbles. In reality, if they can move the ball, get themselves in position to get something out of this one right here, they give themselves a chance.
Colquitt will boot it away. Line drive kick. It's going to be taken by who? Fagan. Jared Fagan hit hard across the 21 and driven back. Piled on by 4 Volunteers. And the crowd continues to make some noise and elevate the volume here.
Boy, this Vols defense is getting pumped up now, too.
So now we'll see if Earl Bennett comes back in the game. He had his helmet on momentarily on the sideline. And he will indeed come back for the Commodores. They've done a great job without him. They had the big touchdown drive to start the third quarter without number 10. He was shaken up in the second quarter. Bennett is in motion. They fake it to him. Jackson Garrison pounded after a gain of about 3 on first down.
I'm telling you right now, the Vols defense is saying, hey, you're not running the ball on us because we're putting 8 in the box. They had 8 guys up there. The strong safety crept up to add an extra, and that was it.
Xavier Mitchell made the tackle, so he's back in there after being injured. Vanderbilt's going to make a change on the offensive line.
Yeah, Thomas Walsh went down and Stamper's back. Boy, they've had their share of injuries up front today.
14 minutes to go. Vanderbilt leads 24-16. Mackenzie Adams with this place as loud as it's been all day. Jackson Garrison looking for room outside, dancing, and he stopped for a gain of about 2.
He got a good block from the left tackle, Chris Williams.
So this will bring up a big third down. One of these things where Vanderbilt's been a lot of these close games, trying to manage the game here.
You've got to keep doing what you've done. What's got you here?
Vanderbilt is 5 for 6 on third down in this half.
This place is deafening right now.
What's the play call for Bobby Johnson and Ted Kane as offensive coordinator here? We'll see. Adams, the fake, rolling, throwing to the tight end, out of the reach of Jake Bradford, and Vanderbilt will have to punt.
Bradford wouldn't have had the first down on that play anyways. The route was only a 2-yard route, and it was 3rd and 5.
Well, Jake Bradford has made a couple of big catches. That time he was angling. I'm not sure he would have had the first down had he even caught it.
He would have been short.
So now a big punt. Fred Upson has been pressured all the afternoon. His last punt, he barely got away. We'll see what kind of rush Tennessee puts on here.
And they got Rogan back there to return it for the Vols. Good snap.
Upson angles the punt, lines it towards the sideline. It actually goes more down the middle. Rogan dances, makes 2 guys miss, pushes ahead. He got pushed by a Vanderbilt player towards midfield. And great field position for the Tennessee Vols.
Special teams, we've preached it, we've said it, and now it's unfortunately rearing its ugly head for Vanderbilt.
So Rogan got a little boost from behind. He made 3 guys miss on that line drive punt by Upson. So now you want to talk about some momentum.
Oh yeah. Uncle Mo is straight orange right now.
And still lots of time. We'll take a break. Vanderbilt 24, Tennessee 16, 12:50 to go. Volunteers trying to come back.
In the action.
Time of possession heavily favored the Commodores through the midway point of the third quarter. It seemed like Eric Ainge and his group wasn't out there much, but now they've had the ball seemingly the last quarter and a half. So we'll see if that takes its toll on the Vanderbilt defense.
4 wides, draw.
Foster, good blocking on the outside. Myron Lewis pushes him out of bounds after a gain of about 4. Lucas Taylor had the block in the seal on the outside.
Watch right here, it's just an easy draw play. Foster gets the edge. Good job setting the point by Lewis. He knows nothing can get outside of him.
They'll give Foster 5. Foster had a big game 2 years ago out here as a freshman against Vanderbilt. In the game where Vanderbilt came from behind to win that game.
We're going with a little 3-3 look here on defense.
Ames from the shotgun on second down. Throws over the middle, has a man. Briscoe. Swallowed up by Goff, short of midfield, but it's a first down. Briscoe makes another big catch.
What a great job by the Volunteer offense as they draw down the safety with one receiver and they come over the top with Briscoe. Watch right here. Briscoe is over the top of the safety who's drawn down to the crossing route. Great play, good call, good execution.
A gain of 26, and the Vols are in business. Briscoe's had a nice day. Ainge again on first down, double pumps, throws over the middle, has a man. Goff makes another tackle, but it's after a gain of 6. Austin Rogers on the catch.
They tried the same combination with Taylor over the top this time, but Vanderbilt did not fall for it the second time. If you take a look here, you'll see Taylor's over the top, and again, Rogers runs the under route. You got a crossers, scissor routes.
Second down and 4. Ainge once again from the shotgun.
Draw.
He'll throw it. Blitz coming. He throws, has a man.
Good read.
Lucas Taylor has a first down. He's tackled by Buggs at the 35-yard line.
And Taylor's had himself a great football game. He really has. He opened the scoring early in the game. He is a good receiver.
This has been a big battle all afternoon of knowing where the blitz is coming from, knowing where to go with the ball, and then being able to deliver it. That time, victory to Ainge.
Quarterback's responsibility, he has to know who he has in protection.
So first down for the Volunteers. Clock inside of 9 minutes. A lot of time. Ainge rolling to his right. Throws. Got him in on the boundary. Rogers inches forward, and it's a short gain to about the 31. Rogers about 5. Rashard Langford knocked him out.
He knows he's the outlet. He has to stay alive, and he does on that play. They're running a route with the slot guy. Rogers knows I got to sit and wait just in case my quarterback gets in trouble. He does. Make something happen. 2nd and 5.
Good gain on first down for the Vols. And out of bounds, so the clock holds at 8:31. Ainge. Taylor. Close to a first down. Knocked out of bounds by Lewis.
Little bingo route between Taylor and Briscoe. Briscoe runs the vertical. Taylor runs the out. Ainge knows he's got a high-low right there.
Tennessee led 6-0 as we watch the replay.
Watch right here. As Briscoe takes the top off, Taylor comes outside right there into your living room.
So this is going to be a first down. They give him the marker. Taylor now with 81 yards.
Vandy has to find the positive play now.
Ainge again to throw on first down. He's gone to the air a lot. DJ Moore swallows up Quentin Hancock, who's into the game. That's Hancock's first catch.
Hancock runs the delay slant. Watch right here. Ainge knows he's got a delay slant. If something doesn't look right, stick it on the delay slant. Sure enough, Hancock does. Moore makes the tackle.
So they'll give him 5. Maybe more like 4. They must get to the 10-yard line to be sure of a first down. The marker appears to be between the 10 and the 11. You can see it at the top of your screen.
7:50 to go.
And once again, it's the Vols easily moving it down the field. Blitz coming, throw to the outside. Taylor again. Taylor has a first down to the 6.
What a great read by the quarterback. He knows where is he hot. Watch right here. Ainge knows the guy's coming off the edge, sticking on my receiver right now. Great job. Taylor knows too. He's coming. I'm hot. Stop.
The tackle was made by Gatewood and Lewis, but it's a 1st and goal for the Vols. Taylor closing in on 100 yards. Ainge this time from under center. Blitz, the throw, in and out of the hands of Rodgers. Darwan speed.
Tackle and you're in the end zone. Rodgers quietly accumulating numbers.
Ainge has thrown it 40 times on the afternoon. 10th play of the drive coming up. And a whistle coming in from the sideline, and Vanderbilt wants a timeout. And we'll take it with him. 7 minutes, 19 seconds to play in regulation. Vanderbilt leads at 24-16. Can they hang on?
And we're back. Vanderbilt up 24-16, and Vols are knocking. Ainge in the gun with 5 receivers out there. And completes it to Rodgers and a touchdown.
Austin Rodgers with a touchdown for Tennessee.
Just like
Tennessee's
that.
within 2.
Just like that. How about it? They came right back to the same play that he just dropped the ball on, and Austin Rodgers puts it away. That's great confidence by the coaching staff. Same exact play they just ran, and Ainge goes right back to where it came from.
And he was
Awesome
chopped
job.
down right at the goal line, but he's able to get in.
The difference was this time he pushes the route a little bit further up the field and sets his feet to make the catch.
So Tennessee within 2, and now they'll go for 2 and the tie. Tennessee was down 24-9. This play could tie it up. Ainge rolling. He's been hot. All the way to the sideline. Throws. Double clutches over the head of his receiver. My goodness, he was looking for Quentin Hancock. And Hancock wasn't quite tall enough.
And really, it's a great job by the Tennessee offensive line and fullback as they chop down Jonathan Goff on the edge. Watch right here. Foster chops down Goff, and that buys more time for Ainge. He feels his way, trying to find somebody, get free. No way.
Time constraints. We now move forward in the action.
The 2 missed extra points. There's the penalty story, not much. There's the draw. Foster has room. And Foster gets past the original line of scrimmage and gets down to about the 30. So that'll be a gain of about 10, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
Easy draw play, good job by the big boys up front.
Tennessee on the ball quick.
Right up underneath it again. Change.
Now they'll check. The difference in the game, 2 missed extra points by Tennessee. A blocked extra point kick, and then a failed 2-point conversion. Foster cuts back up, has a 1st down. And he gets to about the 17. They'll move the chains again. Goff and Stone make the tackles. Foster almost broke that
And
towards
if
the
you're
end zone.
Tennessee, you're not looking for a field goal to take the lead. You're looking for a touchdown to go up by more than a field goal. Watch here, Foster gets the 2 big boys in front of him. Great cut. Nice play.
Tennessee has an excellent field goal kicker in Daniel Lincoln. 1st down at the 23. Vanderbilt's D back on their heels. Ainge to the outside, throws. Pass is caught by Brown, and he's swallowed up right there.
Buggs is playing a great game. Marcus Buggs, really, I give him so much credit. He's been outstanding defensively for this Vanderbilt defense, whether it's pressure, whether it's pass coverage, or whether it's just tackling in the open field. Marcus Buggs has played himself a whale of a football game and deserves a lot of credit.
Just
watch here, Brown.
Route.
And that's a big boy, Brown. He wraps him up. Good job. Face, side, down. Draw.
Foster tripped up in the backfield, keeps his balance just enough to get some positive yards. And gets about 4 on the play. So a big 3rd down coming up.
Something out of nothing. Foster makes it happen right there.
And once again, there's a Vanderbilt player down. There's been several that have been shaken up. Curtis Gatewood can't get up.
That's not good because he's a big-time pass rusher for them off the other side.
I would figure it's a passing down coming up.
Draw. Great effort.
Gatewood shaken up on the play.
Gatewood limping off.
His third and 7.
Gatewood is a senior from Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of seniors on this Vanderbilt team. Desperate to try to get to a bowl game. They need this win to become bowl eligible. They have a game with Wake Forest next week.
And for Tennessee, you need this game to stay in the hunt.
Ainge coming up on a 3rd and 7 from the 20. They must get to the 12 for sure, so it's more like 7.5. Ainge has been working the outside. Ainge looks, throws, and he stops short of the first down.
Good open field tackle.
Lucas
right
Taylor
there.
made the catch. Goff, along with Rashard Langford, were there. So now decision time for Philip Fulmer. You figure he's got to go for the lead here.
Absolutely, you take the lead, and that's what Coach Fulmer's going to do. He's going to send out his freshman kicker, Lincoln. They're trying to get some heat, just a hitch route. They're trying to make a catch and run. Good open field tackle by Langford, and Goff cleans it up.
So Tennessee very content to let the clock run here. They have 15
take all
seconds.
the time you can.
Time becoming a factor. After what seemed like an eternity, Tennessee was back in it so quickly. Now they have the upper hand with the clock. And he's going to take a timeout with 2, now 1 on the play clock.
The only thing that's tough right here is this is a kind of a nasty angle, being at the 16-yard line on the right college hash. You know, that's a little bit wider and a little bit tougher. It makes those goalposts, if you think physics, it makes the goalposts more narrow.
Daniel Lincoln has had a fantastic year. Came into today at 18 of 21 for the season. He's 1 for 2 today. He hit it from 34. He missed by hitting the upright from 41 earlier in the game.
Just a freshman.
A freshman that nobody knew as far as how well he would do. They had Britton Colquitt ready to be the kicker if Lincoln had not taken the job. And it was really only when Colquitt got shaken up during training camp that Lincoln got the opportunity. And he has done nothing but shine. Hit the huge field goal at the end of regulation against South Carolina to send the game to overtime, then made the game-winning field goal against the Gamecocks.
This place has had a history of great kickers, too. Don't Ford Rivez, Jeff Hall, Will Hoyt.
Now Lincoln lines it up from 33. This would give the Vols the lead.
And remember, Vanderbilt blocked one earlier, an extra point. Good snap, good hold.
And it is good. Tennessee is back on top.
It's impossible.
First down unofficially since the touchdown to put them up 24-9. This one's going to go to DJ Moore at the 3. Runs behind the wedge, now takes it to the outside. Turns it upfield, has some room.
Oh, big
He's got
return.
blockers in front.
He's
He
looking
waits
for a blocker.
He gets
He's got it.
He's across midfield and out of bounds
And just
in
like
Tennessee
that.
territory. Some really good blocks.
How about DJ
Tennessee
Moore?
got a tackle from Dennis Rogan, which saved the touchdown. Remember, Rogan made the big punt return. Now he does a good job.
DJ Moore, he is in my opinion, he's the best athlete on this Vanderbilt football team. He played some offense in the Georgia game. Now all of a sudden, when you need a play, you put your best player back there to make a play.
Well, Rogan did a great job for a freshman, backpedaling, waiting and waiting.
Looking
he
for
had
help.
2 guys he had to wait for, and he waited for Moore to get to the outside, and he pushed it out of bounds. So Vanderbilt has it at the 42, a 55-yard return by that man.
2:34, and Tennessee, I think. Are they calling timeout? What are they calling? Nothing. Okay.
Each team has 2 timeouts remaining with 2.5 minutes to go.
And now they're going back to their shell, so this could be a time to run the football if you're Vanderbilt.
They fake the throw, now a screen, nothing doing. Mayo was all over for it.
I told you, he's a tackling machine. He's got to have double-digit tackles today.
A loss of 4 on the play. So a bad start to this drive for Vanderbilt.
They fake the bubble screen one way. They come back to the running back screen, and Mayo sniffed it out the whole time.
Clock ticking towards 2 minutes. Vanderbilt must make it happen on this drive. Adams a quick go to the outside. Washington, good block, turns it upfield, breaks a tackle, gets to the 40, and so that will make it 3rd and manageable. About 3rd and 8 coming up. A gain of 6 there.
Really, how about the block? I know it's kind of, we say the block, but he actually was the nail on this. The DB comes up, lays into the receiver, but the receiver knows if I just occupy him, I'm okay.
A big 3rd down coming up for Vanderbilt. They've converted some big ones today. Earl Bennett and Sean Walker not in the game, remember. A lot of youngsters out there for Vanderbilt. Adams from the gun.
Protection.
Throws. No flag. Yes,
Yeah.
now a late flag.
How about that?
Now a late flag. D'Angelo Willingham was covering Brian Anderson in a very, very late flag.
Maybe he was like the referee looking for it. He couldn't find it at first.
Tennessee begging them to pick up the flag.
Wow. That's legitimate. That was, it looked like PI again.
Pass interference. Number 33 on the defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. The penalty carries an automatic 1st down.
So not many yards on the penalty, but an important 1st down.
And that was Hefney, the senior. Watch right here. Watch 33. You see him pedaling out of the corner of the screen? No, that's not on Hefney. That was on 24.
Was Willingham. They got the wrong number.
It was Willingham. You're right.
So now a 1st down for Vanderbilt. Clock is at 1:50.
Oh, there's no doubt there's contact. His arms are wrapped around his waist.
I thought it was a good call. It was just a late call. They run it.
Whoa.
And it's stopped for a loss. The running game has evaporated for Vanderbilt in the 2nd half.
Mayo
Ryan
again.
Carl and Xavier Mitchell.
And Mayo climbed off too.
Loss of 4.
Watch Mayo. Inside out. Carl and Mayo, the 2 linebackers. Bam.
And every yard is big now. The clock gets inside of a minute 30. Each team with 2 timeouts. The clock continues to run. Brian Honfeld has hit a 42-yarder for the long of the year.
And this right here.
Inside. Catch is made. Wheeler.
And the clock's going to run. You got to call timeout if you're Vandy.
Carl makes the tackle. Clock running at 1 minute. A 3rd down coming up. Brian Honfeld this year is 12 of 18 in field goals, but he's only 1 out of 2.
Well, this right here would be
40 yards.
This would be 49 yards from right where the ball is now.
Vanderbilt cannot take a sack here. They took a big sack last week in this situation. Let's see what they do here. Adams.
Good protection.
Throws. Oh! It is almost intercepted. Knocked down. The throw was behind the intended receiver, Alex Washington. Brent Vincent and Eric Berry were there as Berry almost had the pick.
Good protection again. That ball's behind Washington, and here comes Honfeld.
I'm not even sure who he was throwing it to. It looked like Washington, but there was another guy up front. And now, Honfeld, who's been banged up, will try a 49-yarder to give Vanderbilt the lead with 38 seconds. He's had a leg injury. He missed 2 last week.
He didn't kick off on the last one.
He's from Nashville. He would love to stick it to the balls here. He boots it. It is going to get there. It's no good. He missed it. Missed it wide. And Tennessee has 33 seconds to milk, and they will be 1 win closer to going to Atlanta. Here's a look. He got it there, Pat. He gave it a chance.
Good swing. He's just wide.
Oh, my, it was close. It was close. That tells it all.
Wow. What a football game. What a football game.
So Vanderbilt has 2 timeouts, but Tennessee should be able to run the rest of the time off.
Right.
They're going to go into the victory formation. Vanderbilt will take the first of two. And now a scrap.
With 23 seconds left, they'll snap the ball here. Vanderbilt will take its last time out, and then Tennessee will snap the ball one last time.
Bobby Johnson wants his team over on the sideline.
And he's going to tell them there's no need for that. There's no need for that. You just play football.
You can see the frustration. Bobby Johnson trying to gather his troops.
That's their second time.
I'm not sure mathematically, Pat, that they can get the ball back.
No, they can't. They cannot. With one timeout left.
30 seconds.
With one timeout left, if they snap the ball, it'll be 28. Then they'll snap the ball on third down, and that'll be the end of it.
So Vanderbilt had a 24-9 lead. Gave up the lead. Then the huge return by DJ Moore put him in position.
14.
It was a great return by Moore, too.
They got the first down based on the pass
And what a
interference.
play! What a play by Rogan. You talk about the great return, but that was a game-saving play again on special teams by Rogan.
Boy, there's going to be so many plays to look back on. Vanderbilt with one timeout left. They will use it here for sure. Just hope for a fumble. Haynes takes the snap. So 28 seconds. And so that ought to do it. After one more play, they can run the play.
Right, they'll take a knee and that'll be the end of it.
That's their third and final timeout.
So now the timeout that they took earlier in the half to try to stop the bleeding as Tennessee was going in for a touchdown to make it 24-22. Looms a little bit larger here. It still would have been awfully tough to get the ball back. They had their chance. They got the ball down into Tennessee territory, had a crack at it with Hanfeldt's kick.
And you got to give them credit. They fought their tail off. They got a great lead, and Mackenzie Adams played outstanding. And then, you know, you got to give credit where it's due. The Vol offense cranked it up the second half, and the defense really did a good job of stifling the Vandy offense. But lo and behold, special teams. I've said it over and over again. I really believe that makes such a huge difference in the game. And that'll be it.
Clock will run out. Philip Fulmer, one win away from an Eastern Division championship and a shot in Atlanta for an SEC title.
What an outstanding football game. I hope everybody enjoyed it at home because I had a blast.
Vanderbilt had a 24-9 lead. Tennessee with a dramatic comeback that started after the roughing the punter penalty changed the momentum. After that, it was all volunteers. And Vanderbilt will now go to 5-6. And they will need a win over Wake Forest to get their record even and then hope that somebody selects them for a bowl game. Certainly a valiant effort by the Commodores, but not quite enough. So for Pat Sperduto, I'm Willie Donick saying so long from Neyland Stadium. Hope you enjoyed this fantastic football game in front of 105,000. The final score, Tennessee 25, Vanderbilt 24. Thanks for joining us here on CSS.
Thank you and good afternoon.
They got the first down based on the pass
And what a play by Rogan. You talk about the great return, but that was a game-saving play again on special teams by